Good evening, friends. I wanted to do another update, a COVID update. And this is day 18 of my dealing with COVID. Um, and unfortunately, I still have some symptoms. Most of them have gone away. Um, in the early days of this, like 2 weeks ago, I had what felt like a typical cold or a flu like type thing. And I had achy. I felt really achy, sore, and a headache. Kind of a stuffy nose. It just felt like a bad cold, basically. And most of those symptoms have gone away, thankfully. But one symptom hasn't gone away, and this is day 18. I thought this thing would be done by now, but unfortunately, it's not. Um, the symptom I'm having now is just extreme tiredness, especially after, I just do one chore. I'll do like one chore, like wash the clothes, I'll wash some clothes, or I'll do some dishes. And I get extremely tired. I mean, like just exhausted from just one little chore. And I'll have to go back to bed and sleep for 2 hours. And this has been going on for, I don't know, 7, 8 days now. 3 days ago, I shoveled some snow. We had a big snowstorm. So I shoveled snow for 5 or 10 minutes, and that was a mistake. I went back in the house, and just a few minutes later, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. And I had to go back to bed and sleep for 2 or 3 hours, just from like 10 minutes of exertion. Um, uh, about 5 days ago, I went with my son um, down to Longmont. He came up and he helped me to go pick up my birthday present, which was a new television, which I'm thankful for. The old television was shot. But so my son helped me do that, and I came home from that. We drove, we drove for maybe an hour down to Longmont, then back up, and then I brought the TV in, and the same thing. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. Had to take a 2 hour nap. And this has been going on now for the last about 6 days, 7 days or so. And I can't explain it. And apparently the doctors, at Banner, they have no answer for this. I've called them twice and I said, I'm getting really tired, just like exhausted from doing just a little bit of stuff around the house. And they said, well, that's part of COVID. There's nothing we can really do. So my doctor, they have no answer for this, which I think is kind of interesting. Uh, and unfortunately, I probably, I had an opportunity. I could have gotten monoclonal antibodies about 12, 13 days ago, and I didn't do that, and that was probably a mistake. I probably should have done that when I had the chance. But now Banner Health says that they're too backed up, and they're not even doing that anymore. So I guess my HMO can't help me. And the nurse today, I talked to her on the phone, and she said, well, these COVID symptoms can last for a few weeks and they can last for a few months. I'm like, great. So I'm going to have to deal with this. I mean, I've turned down a gig this weekend. I was supposed to play a club gig with the band I'm currently in, and um, it was a 4 hour club gig at a place called Bar 38. I've turned that down. I said, I'm not going to be able to play no 3 or 4 hour gig. There's no way. uh, with the way I feel, you know, if I played a 4 hour gig, it'd probably kill me, I think. Plus, an hour and 20 minute drive down there and an hour and 20 minute drive back up because I don't live in Denver. I live 80 miles from Denver. And so I turned down work, so I've lost work and I've lost some income there. And I certainly wouldn't go out and street busk in this kind of weather because we've had snowy and cold and windy weather the last several days. There's no way I'd go out and street bus. So I've lost money over the last, couple of weeks from this COVID thing. And I've turned down a gig. I just told the band leader, there's no way I'm going to be able to play, and especially no 3-4 hour club gig, playing 35 songs. There's no way. So I've lost income. And so that's kind of my COVID experience right now. And I've picked my horn up once in the last about 18 days because I just don't feel like playing. And I don't, I picked it up once and that was it, to make a video. But other than that, I don't even really feel like playing. My left chest still hurts a little bit. I don't feel like blowing. It just, I think I would probably injure myself if I did. And every time I go out into the weather, for an errand, just go to the store or go down and pick my TV up or just go out to Walmart or whatever, get a prescription, it seems like this COVID gets worse. Every time I step outside and go do something, and then I want to come home and I have to sleep for 2 or 3 hours, and it's just, I hate this. It's not good. Anyway, so that's kind of my COVID update for now, and we'll talk to you soon.